Hi guys and welcome back to Wilde. Today we're here with Iris and we'll be speaking about her new single today. Hi Iris, how are you doing?
I'm great. And how about you today?
Good, all good. We're very excited to have you here. Now tell me, where are you from?
I grew up in New Jersey, and I moved to LA at the end of 2006. And I've kind of been here, but also back in New York as well. So kind of back and forth. I lived in New York for a couple years, so been back here for a couple years. But like I said, before pre-pandemic, always back and forth.
And how are you finding LA?
I mean, I love it. I feel like there's like good and bad to every place there is. So I try to only find the good and ignore the bad. But I love it. I mean, the weather's like amazing, and it's I have good friends here, and it's nice to have some space compared to New York. I have two little dogs, so
Oh,
having space for them, they like it better here.
I was going to say, what would you say that you prefer LA over New York?
Just for the space wise, I mean, energy wise, I really like New York. I like walking around. I'm like a people watcher, so I feel like that gives me inspiration too. So I love kind of that, being in that atmosphere of just being around people. I feel like, yeah, that definitely gives my creative juices going.
And what about the LA music scene? Have you had much experience with playing around LA?
Yeah, as far as like before, like everything just me and my solo stuff, I've done a few shows here in Hollywood and like locally. And before I was in a band, and I did a lot of shows actually with them. With the band, I like opened for the 1975 and Tovolo, and I was over in the UK. I actually played Brixton Academy and opened for Imagine Dragons, which is amazing.
That's
So
incredible.
yeah, as the band a lot more. As a solo artist, it's been a lot less. And then of course, like the times now, like definitely just been trying to figure out creatively, like how can I get my music out to people. So did like a couple, like, Instagram live sessions, and just like kind of just figuring that whole thing out, navigating that. It's a
And you
little bit different.
said that you used to be in a band. What's your kind of musical background? Where did the love for music come from for you, and how did that progress to where you are today?
I just started like in school. I started with choirs and doing talent shows, and then did musical theater. And I actually went to school like after high school for musical theater. So I've always been like a super big fan of anything performing wise. So I always try to involve myself anything with singing and performing. That was like my number one thing that I love doing out of the whole process of like artistry, is like being in front of people and sharing that moment with everybody. So um, yeah, after school, I just like met some people here in LA and started like doing recording, and kind of was like my first experience doing that. So kind of got like, it's a lot different, like projecting like your song on a record and like getting the emotion on recording rather than in the moment with a crowd. So like learning to navigate that was like, it wasn't challenging, but it was definitely a lot different for me. So I feel like once like did it for a while, and then I got a little bit better and still learning.
And the music that you create now, how would you describe it?
Um, so as my solo stuff, like what I have out right now, it was more of like kind of like heartfelt and more like, I guess like longing for love, and like a little bit more like a slower, like more like chill vibe. And the new stuff that I'm putting out, I'm trying to have like more up tempo energy and just like more positive vibes, and not just only talking about love and loss, and kind of just want to just bring good energy and vibes. I feel like that's what the world needs now. So even like this song that I'm putting out now today, I wrote pre-pandemic, but I feel like it kind of is a good motivator for people to like bring them out of a funk.
And who are you listening to right now to get you out of the funk?
um, I mean, I'm like have like such an eclectic music taste. So like I like love Dua Lipa, like pop wise. I love Dua Lipa and Harry Styles. Like obsessed with the new Harry Styles album. But then I'll go back and I always listen to like Fleetwood Mac, and I'll listen to Led Zeppelin, or been listening to a lot of like yacht rock, like Michael McDonald and like Christopher Cross. So it's like very all over the place. There's like not really like one particular thing. I guess whatever the mood strikes, you know.
And would you say that those are the people that inspire your music, or is there something else that inspires your music?
No, definitely. I mean, I definitely feel inspired by all those artists. They're so incredibly amazing. I feel like I definitely want to like take little bits and pieces from each of like those genres and kind of incorporate that into my music, just because I'm such a big fan of all of it. So try to making it make sense and not sound like a crazy person is like the goal right now. So just try to infiltrate all those little cool sounds. And like, I love like how I feel like disco and like kind of that genre is kind of coming back a little bit, which I love. Like I love Donna Summer and that kind of era of music. So I'm just kind of fun that like to have that come back into play again.
And your song featured on a Netflix show.
Yes, my song "Crazy" was featured on Santa Clarita Diet, so that was super exciting to be a part of that, and hoping we can do more stuff like that too.
What would you be like your dream at the moment, like a dream collaboration or a dream concert or a dream festival to play?
I mean, I would love to play Coachella. Like that's such like an epic, amazing thing to be a part of. Like, and I'm a big fan of just going and just like, I love that you can just go and just literally be hear one artist, and like 5 minutes later you can hear somebody else. And so I feel like that's like my style. Like I like just like all different kinds of music. So for me, that would be the ultimate goal.
And your new single Today was released yesterday. This is
Yes.
a bit confusing. The song is called Today. Tell us more about that song. Where did the inspiration come from? What's the song about?
So I was in the studio with the producer Malay and my friend Trey Campbell, who's an amazing songwriter, and he himself is so inspirational. So he came to the studio with me and Malay, and he's like, "What do you want to write about today? Like, what's the goal?" And I was like, I just, like I said before, I had a lot of songs like just about writing about love and loss and longing. So I'm like, I just want to write a song that's uplifting and inspirational and talking about like not being scared to be who you are and just like live in the moment kind of thing. So we came up with this song, and yeah, so basically the song is about just not being afraid to be who you are. Like the lyrics are literally like, life's too short, tomorrow isn't promised, so you got to like live for today. So that's just like seize the moment kind of thing, and just like break out of your shell. Like don't care about what people think about you, because we only have one life to live. Like let's just go for it and do it. So that was like, for me, I feel like especially now in these times, like I feel like that means more than anything. Just like we don't know what's going to happen, so you just got to go for it and just got to do it and be yourself. And I know it's a scary thing, but you just got to go for it.
Could there potentially be an EP or an album followed
Yeah.
by the single?
Yes, I'm definitely have other songs on the back burner right now. I'm trying to create some more. I'm actually going to go to the studio today and work on some more stuff. So definitely, probably, I don't know if I'll release another song this year. It's up in the air. I might release another one towards the end of the year, and then definitely working on an EP for sure. So that will be to follow next year.
And how have you found, or shall I say, how challenging have you found the pandemic when it comes to creating music?
Well, I think for sure in the beginning, I feel like people now are like kind of like getting back together and like in safe measures, of course. But as far as like in the pandemic, when it was like full lockdown, it was really hard just because it's hard to connect to people like creatively over like Zoom, like, and just trying to get like, I feel like when you're creating music, it's all about the energy in the room and the vibes and like collaboration. So to do that over Zoom was a little bit challenging, but made it work. But it definitely gave me time to kind of reevaluate things. So for instance, this song today that I have that I put out, it kind of started off in a different space. I had the song for a little bit. And so in the pandemic, I was like, I think the message of the song is so positive, but the production wise, it was a little bit more of a dark sounding production. And it was actually a little bit slower. And so I said, I think we should speed it up. We should like change the production, make it more uplifting, more dancey, more fun. And so Malay agreed, and he's like, okay, let me see what we can do. Let's see how it works. So it definitely came out better after all of that. So I think pandemic wise, it sucked to be like not be around people, but it gave time for reflection and gave time to, just focus your energy on things that were important to you. And so I feel like I definitely got that out of it, at least.
Utilized that time, absolutely. Yeah. And what are you looking forward to the most when we can do things that we can do again?
Definitely planning to do like shows and be in front of people again and sharing music and just interacting with people, besides like being scared to like be around anybody, So for me, I'm a people person, so I love to be like around everybody, like get drinks, whatever, and like just having random encounters, I guess, just meeting new people and just connecting. So for me, that's super important. Yeah, definitely doing shows.
And what are you kind of working on next? What can we expect from you in the near future?
Definitely more songs going to come out and be released. Probably some music videos. I'm going to try to, the last few music videos I did, me and Malay just filmed it ourselves. So we just used like an 8mm camera that I have. And luckily a friend of mine who's good at editing does it remotely and edited for me. So definitely going to try to work on more like, content as far as that goes and just getting it out.
We could not finish this interview without finding out what dogs you have. We love the music, but this is the most important part of this video, let's be honest.
If you can wait 1 second, I'll go grab them. They're
Please
really cute.
Please
okay,
do.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, so we have two here.
Oh my goodness.
Booty and Coco.
What do you call? Sorry?
This is Booty and this is Coco.
They are just gorgeous. I think that they should definitely start in one of your music videos because they're
good girls. Usually she's the camera girl, this one. This one's usually the shy one.
Oh, bless them. They're amazing. I'm so glad that they could feature here alongside you. Thank you so much, Iris. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on. We're really looking forward to seeing what you have coming out next. All Iris's links will be linked down below. So the link to the new single Today, it's down below. All of her social media links are all down there, as well as our links as well. Feel free to subscribe to us. And yeah, hopefully we can have you back on here.
Yes, thank you so much for having me and Coco. And thank you so much. It's so nice to meet you and to do this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you.